So, a while ago, like 3 years ago, a while ago, I remember covering a very, very well known conservative figure at the time who was complaining about some news that had come out about Disney making this new Little Mermaid live action movie that would be featuring a non white actress. So, obviously, this particular YouTuber made a video on it, made several videos on it, actually, if I remember correctly. I know of at least this one in particular complaining about it. This was 3 years ago. This video is called The Little Mermaid Gets Woke, uploaded on July 5th, 2019. Who do you want to guess this video is from?
Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we return to talking about Disney's recent trend of producing live-action remakes of its classic animated musicals. What started as a one-off thing back in 2017 when they released the Beauty and the Beast remake, well, this is now...
The return? Oh. You guys think this is the return? No. This is just No Bullshit's video from 2019. This is from when he found out that when this project was initially announced and news came out about it in 2019. This is No Bullshit complaining about it. All that had been announced was the casting. Just the fact that Ariel would be played by Halle Berry. Halle Bailey, sorry. I'm bad with names. Nothing about this movie is known except for the casting, and obviously No Bullshit takes issue with it. It's woke, it's bad, yada yada yada. This video came out in 2019. Now, most people online regard No Bullshit as one of the dumbest, most mentally deficient people that ever graced the face of the internet. However, it's funny to me that somebody who is effectively no different, in fact, arguably even dumber, has come along and somehow has the respect of PewDiePie, the largest YouTuber on this platform, and yet he makes content that is essentially no different. I introduced to you guys the Quarter Pounder, aka The Quartering, or TheQuartering's, new video from literally 2 days ago. The wokest backfire in history, Disney demolished over the Little Mermaid remake, 500,000 dislikes. They really are. Times really never change, do they? Times really are the same. All right. Nostalgia trip time. I remember, if you go back on my channel, there is a video from me responding to that No Bullshit video about that Little Mermaid movie in 2019. We're going on a nostalgia trip back to then because we're covering No Bullshit 2, complaining about the exact same shit 3 years later. God, the grift really is never ending. I guess I gotta respect it. Actually, no, I don't. We're about to dunk on him. Let's go.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from TheQuartering, and Disney is getting absolutely obliterated in their Little Mermaid official teaser trailer. Right now, it is sitting at 471,000 dislikes. Now, it does have 116,000 upvotes, which is, I would reckon, probably pretty good. But with nearly 500,000 dislikes, there must be something going on with it. Now, we all know that they took this Dutch fairy tale and, how do I say, reimagined it. Oh, wait, no.
He's not gonna outright say that they've changed the race, are they? He's not gonna outright say that. He's just gonna like reference that they've changed things about the main character and never say race swap. Bro, this guy's a fucking coward.
Modernize it for a modern era. And there was one particular change that everyone noticed almost immediately. The media coverage, however, has been absolutely hilarious. Now, I don't have any issues whatsoever with this actress. I have no interest in seeing The Little Mermaid. I don't have kids, and so this movie isn't for me. But I will say it's been hilarious. And we're going to take a look at the disaster surrounding all this.
Wait, he literally just won't say it because he wants to keep dude. These fucking grifters are so dedicated to keeping their income and avoiding getting snapped by YouTube, or even just the slightest chance of getting demonetized. This man won't even say the word race swapped. He won't even acknowledge the existence of the controversy. Because to be clear, This is a very important part of like the process, right? You get really pissed off about some new thing that's coming out that's gone woke, and then you come up with every single proxy excuse for why it's bad under the sun, even though since it was first announced, since the only thing that was known about it was that it would be live action and this would be the lead actress, people have been shit talking it for being woke. Now they're going to find things to use as proxies for that complaint, right? And the quartering is no doubt going to milk the fuck out of this. Not as much, but to a fair amount, as much as like they're doing with Rings of Power, or like they did with House of the Dragon, back when it was, you know, the line was to hate that, right? It's the same shit. I just think it's very telling that they made the same video, you know? Like I've been saying for a while now, No Bullshit and The Quartering are the same person. There is no difference in their content. It is the same shit. And for some reason, The Quartering has a better reputation than No Bullshit. And I just feel like the fact that they've now made basically the exact same video is perfectly demonstrative of what I'm talking about here.
Cutting criticism by this video's, and also some cutting criticism, but also right after this video's sponsor. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor.
Bruh. God, these people are such fucking grifters. Jesus. Yes, I'm sure you use that kitchen knife. Yes, I know. Do you remember when every time Brie Larson would do something and he'd make a video about her, he'd start the video with the segment where it'd be him Googling how much it would cost for him to like renovate an area of his house or to install a pond in his backyard? Like he'd make a joke about how he's like grifting to make as much money off of the hatred for Brie Larson as possible. He used to make jokes that were like self-aware, but people started to realize, wait, these aren't jokes. This is just him being admitting what he's doing, and he stopped doing that pretty quick.
Official teaser trailer has 3.5 million views, 110, well, actually, I can refresh this, 116,000 upvotes. Now, they hide the dislikes. Now, remember, this trailer is literally the reason
they hide the dislikes. YouTube hides the dislikes.
Why YouTube hid the dislike button.
This is why they hid it. Yes, this is why the YouTube hid the dislike button, actually. Yeah. Because the dislike button has effectively become nothing but a tool through which people use to mass dislike videos that they don't like, usually for culture war reasons, yeah. At a certain point, the dislike button just became a weapon, not the tool that it was made to be used for. That's why they took it away. People abused it, and we lost it. Simple as that. Simple as. Simple as.
Kidding. And it isn't, like, if I look at the trailer for Disenchanted, which is a sequel movie that they have going on, I don't know, it's after the Enchanted movie or something like that. This has 124,000 upvotes and 15,000 downvotes. A decent amount of downvotes, but certainly not 500,000. The number one trending video on YouTube is hated by everyone. And the comments are absolutely destroying it. Love the...
What do you think the fundamental difference there is, my dude? What do you think the fundamental difference between those two projects is that's maybe drawing more ire? Do you think it's the culture war hysteria being drummed up by grifters like you? Do you think that could be it? I just think maybe it could be that, you know? Potentially.
The part where Ariel says to the prince, it's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. Love the part where Ariel says, if you expect disappointment, you'll never be disappointed. This is like the new meme. I don't know, honestly, are these bots that are doing this? They're so unique, but then they're also, they're unique, but there's so many that seem to rise to the top. I don't know if it's just everybody in the world getting in on this meme, which would be hilarious, but it's so many of them. I'm honestly shocked and surprised that they have not disabled the comments. If I sort by the newest, I mean, why is she black though?
More like welfarial. I wonder what the I'm sure he's just gonna say, "Ha, that's a funny joke."
Ariel ain't N-word. That's suboptimal. Not okay. How can you sing underwater? Well, I mean, come on. Casting guy was told to find a ginger for the role, but I guess he was. Oh no! Oh, there's some.
Why is he keeping this in? I know why he's keeping it in. Most of his fans are the ones commenting this shit, by the way. Most of his fans are the ones commenting this. So he doesn't really have to cut it out and be like, whoa, this isn't happening. But yeah, thank you for proving the point. More like welfarial. Walt Disney should be banned if you knew the truth behind Disney, like projectiver programming your children's sexual immorality through subliminal messaging. Prepare, the economy is going to collapse. The facts over feeling crowd looking a little emotional right now. When Ariel said, I am the one who knocks, I cried.
Legitimate racist tweets or racist comments in here. Not good. But like,
yes, but they're just a minority, aren't they? Aren't they, Jeremy? Just a minority, right? Inconsequential, even. No, just don't even worry about those comments. Nobody is commenting that. They're don't worry about all of that. That's completely irrelevant to this whole culture war thing. Nobody who hates this movie is racist. No one at all. No one at all. I disavow.
And no more. I mean, this is like, the facts over feelings crowd is looking a little emotional right now. There's a whole like counter to this now. If you look, I assume this is what you would call Black Twitter. You see a lot of people saying like, I'm literally crying. Little Mermaid was my favorite as a child, and I always played Ariel when swimming. Seeing a black woman play her in live action warms my entire heart. Well, I hope you buy a ticket to see it.
By the way, this right here is my favorite clip. They really are just mad that people who are happy to see diversity in the media are like going to see it. Like, they are mad that this person is happy. This person who tweeted this is happy, and he is mad about it. Well, he's not. He's just grifting. His fans are mad about it, though. You better believe they are.
They'll probably need you to buy a couple tickets. I'm no fan of literally any of the... I'm a fan of none of these live action remakes. They're just, I don't know. But I don't know how the heck they make money. They do, though. I mean, I don't know if all these people who are, going...
Probably children, right? Parents taking their kids to see them, I would assume.
To see Ariel to totally own. Like, Little Mermaid is one of my favorites as a little girl. Now a black woman's playing her in 2023. What a great moment this is going to be. But like, so African folk tales are not good enough for Disney?
You have to have a reason to exist if you're gonna be a minority in media for these people. There is straight and political, white and political, and so on and so on. You know the rest. You cannot be a minority in any casting, in any role, in any story, especially if it's like a race swap, if there isn't a damn good reason. And frankly, even if there is a damn good reason, let's be honest, no reason is good enough for these people. No reason would ever be good enough for these people. Because realistically, any story reason that would be like made to explain as to why they would have race swapped a character, they would probably frame as being woke. Because there would probably be social commentary that would come with it, and that would be woke and they'd hate it. So realistically, it doesn't matter how they're included. If diversity is included, it's either done for no reason and thus woke trash and thus should be boycotted and destroyed, or it's woke garbage propaganda because they had to why can't minority characters just exist and be minority characters? Why is it got to be propaganda? Why is it got to be to make an argument? They'll say that. You can't win. They have a problem with diversity in media, representation in media conceptually.
A whole new generation of children will be raised on this movie. Halle is making history. Is it?
Just people happy,
really
bro.
History? Somebody else is already...
It's just people excited and happy about the movie, bro. That's all that's happening here. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not gonna watch it. I ain't watching this. Almost certainly not. Like, maybe if it becomes such a fucking culture war thing that I'm forced to do a watch party of it in my Discord, I will. But outside of that, I doubt this is going to be very important for very long. I don't plan to watch this, so I have no desire to defend it, like, on some sort of, like, principle level, because I enjoy the media. I didn't even like The Little Mermaid when I was a kid. It wasn't for me. But these are just people enjoying things. These are just people excited to enjoy something. That's all this is. Xanderhall the Quartering is acting like King Triton with his bigotry. True, I have not seen the movie, so I hope that is an apt comparison. But I'll true it, regardless.
You've done it. You know, this is not Halle's movie. And by the way, it's Halle Bailey, not Halle Berry. And also, not her fault for taking the role. Don't know anything about her in the trailer. Sounds like she can sing pretty good, but modern, computers can make everybody sound good.
I've heard her sing. She's good at singing. She's talented at singing. I'll give her that. I've heard her sing before, so I mean, she definitely got the role, like, due in large part to her singing skills. I mean, because it's going to be a musical. Most of these live-action Disney movies tend to be musicals, am I right?
You see a lot of these comments. Culture great. First look at Halle Bailey as Ariel. African fairy tales aren't good enough for Disney. I heard that one. I just watched the trailer. Poor gingers. I actually feel bad for them at this point. There is something weird about erasing redheads. It's
These people believe in a conspiracy that redheads in media are being erased by black women. It's been a thing since Gamergate, is the idea that, like, woke Hollywood is replacing redheaded women with black women. Yep. That they unironically believe that. That's what he's referencing right now. A literal conspiracy theory that Hollywood wants to phase out redheads in exchange for black women. It's a pretty nutty, huh?
It's not a meme. Disney ruining adults' childhoods. I guess, like,
how is this person replied? He had to skip over this. How is it ruined? The story is still the same. It's ruined because she's black, and he ignores that. And ain't woke. It's just diverse, racist. Here it comes. Watch him get mad about this meme.
The idea that, here's the thing. There is, like, the race card, and then there's, like, the sexism card. These are reserved exclusively as defense against legitimate criticism. Some of it, again, I've shown you in the comments, there are some what I think you would generally qualify as racist comments.
He's got to just, he has to, like, more than half of the comments we've seen so far have been racist, and he's, like, squirming in his chair trying to explain how the racist comments are so inconsequential they're not even worth acknowledging. It's amazing.
Comments, but, like, they are few and far between.
Between.
This kind of thing comes out when you have a bad movie. Like, nobody ever...
It's not even out yet. So this is my favorite thing, by the way. They use "it's bad" as a proxy for "it's woke" now. For example, I think this really goes back to the Ghostbusters 2016 movie, if I'm being honest. That was a movie that, like, the internet correctly predicted was going to be fucking awful before it even came out. It wasn't because it had some feminist agenda or anything like that, and it wasn't because the main characters were women. All of the actresses there as well, like, I've seen them in other movies, and, like, every actor in that movie was, like, talented, and I've seen them in other projects, and they were funny, and they did well, or they were compelling, or they did their role well. So it was clearly a case of bad writing and bad directing. It was just a bad movie, but because it kind of staked itself on this sort of, like, feminist podium, which it did. It very righteously staked itself on a feminist podium. And the internet was correct about it being bad. So now it feels like all of these content creators have basically been given carte blanche to just declare, this thing that does not come out for 3 years has gone woke and thus is bad. The no bullshit video is 3 years old. And now we're watching the same video 3 years later by The Quartering. Okay? Back in 2019, when nothing was known about this movie but the casting, they were complaining about it. It is not that the movie is bad. It hasn't even come out yet. It is not that it's bad. It's that they need a proxy that isn't just saying it's woke or, oh, there's a race swap or, oh, there's minorities in it. They have to have another proxy complaint to basically set all of that on the back of. The issue is sometimes their proxy complaints don't really make sense.
There were all the articles about the people complaining about the female representation in Top Gun Maverick. Or Dune. Or any other movie that did well. You know? But suddenly you have, okay, how about, here's a better example. Game of Thrones prequel.
Remember when TheQuartering's said go woke, go broke about Captain Marvel and Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame? Remember that? Remember that? He said go woke, go broke about 100 times about 100 things that did not go broke. And you will never hear him even mention those projects ever again.
Equal right now, House of the Dragon. I mean, I saw one article on it, and that's it. One article. I've seen 100 articles about Rings of Power. What's the difference between those two?
Oh my god, wait. Is the My man's rewriting history right now. Wait, did he just said that nobody was complaining about House of the Dragon being woke. Rewriting history. Absolutely rewriting history. Remember, guys, the new narrative is that House of the Dragon is the new conservative champion show. Rings of Power is the woke horrible show now. They're pitted against each other, all right? And House of the Dragon is better because it's not woke, okay? Because they decided when Critical Drinker changed the title of his two-month-old video where he said who the fuck cares or whatever about House of the Dragon, he changed it to something else, like review or something. Because he got embarrassed by the fact that he and all the other chud YouTubers called it woke garbage before it came out. It dropped, got shit tons of views, highly rated. They weren't able to generate enough of a hate mob to mass, to bomb the reviews, hate bomb the reviews as much as they were with Rings of Power. And there you have it. They had to completely switch the narrative. These people are very, very good at revising history. That's literally week-old history. They'll revise it and then completely change their narrative to accommodate the way that they've changed history. It's very impressive. Literally a few weeks ago, these people were complaining about House of the Dragon being woke and irrelevant and going broke, and no one is watching it and no one cares about it.
One is being well received by the fans and the other is being soundly rejected.
Oh, wait. Here, actually, I can, I found them on Google Images very easily the other night, so I can actually bring it up. So this is before he changed the titles and stuff. But Drinkers Chasers, this is Critical Drinkers, like, little chuddy, like, get-together with the other grifters where they complain about wokeness in media. This is from, like, 3 or 4 months ago. This is from when the official teaser trailer was only a month old. Critical Drinker, why nobody cares about House of the Dragon. And this is a meme this is an old meme. This is before Critical Drinker reneged on his position on House of the Dragon, secretly and kind of, slyly without really announcing it. The narrative. Drinkers Chasers, why nobody cares about House of the Dragon. The reality. HBO House of the Dragon official teaser trailer, 12 million views. So that's just one example of a meme from when these grifters were going with the narrative that House of the Dragon was going to fail. Here's another one. Oh, God. Here it is. Oh, here's another graphic that shows it. This is funny. So this is it 2 months ago. Drinkers Chasers, why nobody cares about House of the Dragon. And then nobody cares narrative. Genuinely had no idea House of the Dragon had even started. There seems to be no buzz around it at all. The reality, The Verge. HBO calls House of the Dragon its biggest premiere ever with nearly 10 million US viewers. And then he changed the title to House of the Dragon Trailer Breakdown. When reality doesn't support your grift, you have to improvise. This is a very good graphic. God damn. There it is, guys. I just really think it's important to point out these people have absolutely zero spine. Okay, they have absolutely zero spine.
I mean, like, Little Mermaid is from the Caribbean, never seen a redhead in Jamaica. But like, what's interesting to me is, again, like, who cares? Kids aren't gonna have any frame of reference. They're gonna watch this and they're either gonna like the movie or they're not. But this is perhaps my favorite tweet. This is a real tweet. I had to show you that it is an archive because you probably wouldn't believe me. Halle Berry looks exactly like Ariel, complete with.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real. She does. She's got the face. Like, she's got like the face of Ariel. She does. I wouldn't say like exactly like for, obvious reasons, but like as far as the general look, yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially the way they did her hair in the trailer. Yeah, I mean, besides the race swap, she looks literally like a live action Ariel. All you could complain about with the way she looks is her race. That's all there is to complain about with her design in this movie. She literally fits the character of Ariel exactly. The only difference is race. You can only have an issue with this if you have a problem with POC. Because nothing about Ariel being white is relevant to the story, by the way. They keep saying, oh, it's what is it? A Scandinavian, Norwegian, whatever the fuck, historically white country folktale. Like, still, besides that, race of the characters has absolutely no, like, like nothing to do with the characters. Absolutely Danish, thank you. Has nothing to do with the characters. I don't understand how you could have an issue with the race swap unless you got a problem with certain people being on your screen. Is it Dutch or Danish? Who cares?
The red locks in The Little Mermaid, incredible singing, and the film already seems very close to the animated version. Really? She has dreadlocks, is what it looks like to me.
She doesn't even have dreads. It's just the way that the movie animates her hair in the water, too. I've seen the trailer. It's just the way that the movie animates her hair in the water. He's just fucking racist. Feels so fucking good to be right, dude. It feels so fucking good to be right.
I guess I can't tell. It's just a teaser reveal. So there she is. They don't look red to me. Are they supposed to be red? The lighting's kind of off. I guess you could say they're red. It certainly looks like brown to me, but there might be a hint. Again, the lighting could be off. It doesn't look anything
I can't
like
tell.
Let's just stop. Like, you can say, oh, it's being reimagined for
Jazz
modern
Dread's
era.
here. Sort of.
Or you could like write this, or it's just like the most hilarious, blatant lie imaginable. And like,
they said that she looks like Ariel, and that is quote unquote the most blatant, hilarious lie ever. Okay, dude. I like how he started out reading racist comments from people and then explaining how that's only a very few and far between, even though they were like all the comments he was reading. Like the vast majority of the ones he read were racist and complaining about her being race swapped or making a racist comment. Or like just saying the N-word. And he's like, well, these are just few and far between, even though they're the majority of the ones I showed. And for some reason, my editor won't edit out the parts that, like, I don't know why. He has an editor. Why doesn't his editor edit out the racist comments? He's so bad at lying. This channel's going to crash and burn like No Bullshits did. He doesn't put the effort in to cover up the lies. Showing stuff like that on screen doesn't support the narrative very well. I mean, he has his fan base, but No Bullshit did too, and, well, hasn't uploaded in 9 months, so... he started this off weak, and he's finishing it off even weaker.
What? She doesn't look anything like her. You see Clifton Duncan writing out, the irony here is that his tweet is actually racist, dismissing Miss Bailey's appearance and gaslighting readers into believing she looks like the pretty white girl. I mean,
okay, that's just fucking deranged.
Halle Bailey seems like, you see, this is on purpose. They know it's going to be a mid at best, and they just like Kenobi and Kenobi, sorry, Rings of Power, they're going to try to put the black cast in front so they can say any criticism from racist trolls.
I haven't watched Kenobi yet. I'll give it a watch. I've heard like complaints about it, but before it even dropped, the complaints were about the black character. Why is it that overwhelmingly all of these things that people complain about, when you look up insert show is bad or insert show blank, like any negative word, every single thumbnail is like an image of a non-white character or a female character with like their eyes photoshopped to make them look like a demon or something like that. And it's always like really highlighting the like woke diversity characters in the thumbnails and usually photoshopping them in really weird, sometimes even just outright racist or whatever ways, you know? Like, why is that always the main thing in their thumbnails, even if that isn't what they're complaining about? I think of Mecha Random's thumbnail. Yeah, there's just so many of them, I can't even keep track of them.
It'd be like having Ryan Gosling playing Black Panther and saying he looks exactly like T'Challa. 100% right. Now,
apples to oranges, my friend.
I don't think like little kids who are watching this movie are going to care, and that's who this movie's for, right? Maybe she really can't sing. I don't know. I don't care. But we know
how many times have I feel like we've heard the Quarterings say, I don't care about the thing he's making a video about at least 5 million times. Hypers in chat, if you can recall at least 5 million occasions in which the Quarterings has said, I don't care, when referencing a thing he's making a video about.
The thing is, like, let's acknowledge that
either he cares and he's trying to hide it, or he's telling the truth and he's just a grifter doing this for money. It's the latter.
This was a calculated marketing decision that they knew, like they replaced a white actress with a black actress on purpose. They didn't replace a white actress with a black actress because she was just clearly the best person for the job. That's not.
How do you know that? I'm sorry. Are we just okay? So I guess we're just doing the pull things out of our ass segment. Okay. No, I actually know. They hired that actress because she is the best singer. How they did it. Where's your source? Oh, I made it the fuck up just like he did. He's got no evidence that they did it, that they hired her because she was black. Just as much evidence I have as they hired her because she was the best for the role. Just because of her singing skills. She can definitely sing, by the way. I've seen her sing. Anyway, let's watch.
How any of this works. So as long as we can agree, like even like this is something that if you consider yourself a leftist, as long as you admit that you know and I know this is the game they're playing, then we can be friends, right? But if you're gonna sit there and tell me that, oh no, she must have just been the best person.
I don't want to be friends with this dude. Why the fuck would I want to be friends with this guy? Bro, nobody on the left wants to be friends with this loser. Everyone on the left wants to stuff this dude in a fucking locker. He's the guy that would get kicked out of the lunch table at school and beaten up after lunch on the way to class. This guy would never be, like, in the friend group. This guy's a fucking loser. Not to mention, by the way, this guy's backstory, before he even came to doing this grifter bullshit, was he got banned from Magic the Gathering tournaments for sexually harassing cosplayers. And he got banned from all MTG events, so he started doing YouTube videos debunking feminism and talking about how Me Too has gone too far, and now he is here, and PewDiePie is a fan of him, apparently. I know like a couple years ago, PewDiePie was in his live stream chat saying that he likes his videos, and it was really him. Ugh. Fucking cringe. Yeah, this guy's legitimately a fucking loser to the core. It's not even like his YouTube persona is loser. He is just a loser of a person.
Person for the role. That's just not true. There's 100 examples of the last couple of years, especially from companies like Disney, you know, like where like more representation is first and foremost, and then like everything else comes later. And usually those shows fail. And then they use these very same black people that they're supposed to be uplifting as a shield from criticism, which is pretty racist if you ask me.
I love how it always like ends with him trying to use idpol as a shield, or as an attack, really, if we're being honest. It's not even using idpol as a shield, but as an attack. That's really, really funny. I like that. Reminder about the David Hayter tweet. Yeah, David Hayter, the voice actor of Solid Snake, has literally quote tweeted TheQuartering and shit talked him, which is absolutely hilarious. Imagine Solid Snake calling you a dipshit on Twitter. That is fucking amazing.
Are you going to take your kids to see, are you going to go see The Little Mermaid? It's #1 on trending, certainly.
This dude thinks his fans have kids. This dude thinks his average audience is older than 14 years old. Bro, your audience and your sub growth and your view count is dependent on the current batch of straight white, politically reactionary, like 12 to 17-year-olds are like dedicated to right-wing content. When they grow out of it, they're not watching your shit anymore, and you're gonna have to your channel's either gonna die or you're gonna have to adapt and wait for the next wave of teens to come along and get radicalized by your content, my dude. The voice actor for Snake liked my tweet roasting the quivering. Based! Hell yeah, One Piece. That is a, honestly, I would take that image where it said he liked your tweet, print it out, and frame it on your wall. I would do that. I'd do that IRL.
Only a lot of interest, but I would argue that it's mostly from people who are dunking on it. If we sort by the most, like the top comments, it's all people making fun of it. Although this has loving her tail details, even slightly haunting element to it. Hey, that's a regular comment. Someone that actually likes it. You know, but most of these are actually just dunking on it. So we'll have to wait and see.
Most of them are racist comments, dog.
I guess I won't be watching this movie, but maybe you and your family will. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you guys.
TheQuartering says he's not going to watch every single thing he says is going to go woke, go broke, and then he watches it and complains about it when it comes out. And then if it ends up being received well, he never talks about it again and resigns in shame, basically, and hopes his audience forgets that he falsely said that a thing was going to be bad when it ended up doing well. All for the money, my friends. All for the money. Let me look at the comments. The war on ginger representation must be stopped. I know they are soulless, but they deserve to see themselves represented on the big screen too. Nice meme. To add clarity, the Little Mermaid is a Danish folktale, not Dutch, but a Little Mermaid statue on the... Okay, I don't care. Gingers have no soul. Everyone, ha, funny. Now we will erase them from the planet. Almost everyone, wait, no. Disney, reimagined for the modern era. Me, modern era sucks. I rather have the 80s and 90s version. I'm sure you'd like to go much further back. Prepare for the quote-unquote toxic fans response when this fails. Shit is getting boring. They love rewriting history. They really do. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like. It really helps out my channel. Whether you're watching live or after the fact, it actively makes YouTube push my content more in the algorithm. If you like the stream, you can literally watch in real time as the viewer count goes up. And of course, if you want to see more from me online, you could follow my social medias, all linked down in the description, including Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and fan Discord. And of course, if you want to see more from me, you should subscribe and ring the bell icon to turn on all notifications so YouTube actually tells you when I go live or upload a new video. And finally, if you've got the money for it and you don't need it for anything else and you want to help me raise money for the big move to Seattle, I got a lot of cool stuff I've got planned, including raising quail, which will be part of the videos once I get to Seattle, then please consider donating to the Seattle Quail Arc Fund. Obviously, do not donate to any streamer, including me, unless you can afford to, and it's your extra money. But yeah, you can always do so by donating, gifting a sub, or giving yourself a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or supporting me on YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, and Patreon. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.